I mean, I was working in London and I was enjoying my job, but it just wasn't the most, I wasn't massively enthusiastic about it, and I've always been quite excited and interested about working abroad and really just trying to experience some sort of international culture for like social reasons and also professionally, just to understand how the dynamics are slightly different in China, just since it's a booming economy. So I was really keen to try that one out, yeah. When I was driving, or when we were in the taxi, I was not sure what I was doing here, just because I was so jet lagged, so tired, and then we ended up pulling up a wrong street and I was like, oh no, I don't know what I'm doing. But then first impressions, once I got over the initial like shock, I loved it straight away. I thought it was superb. Just the sheer vast amount of people, the high rises, the different, like even things down to the different smells, the different food. It was all really exciting, and yeah, it was pretty much instantly a good decision. Like, yeah, as soon as I got my feet landed on the ground, I was happy. I was really glad to be here. I think Shanghai is incredible. It's really good. There's definitely some similarities to the West. It's probably one of the more, from what I understand, one of the more Western places. And the people are all pretty helpful, like helping you out if you can communicate with them, but then you get really good at charades after a while, so yeah, it's definitely easier to navigate around, and I think there's a lot of things to do on the weekends after work. It's not like you finish work and just go home. There's always something going on, and there's like a great expat community as well, so you get a good mix of integrating with like Shanghaiese people and also people from back west, so yeah, it's great. I really enjoy kind of going on the metro, not really even having a destination in place, just jumping off at a random stop and just wandering, getting to see new neighbourhoods, different sites, different places to visit, and really just get a feel for native life in Shanghai rather than always doing the tourist spots. So I really enjoyed doing that, and just weekends going to different events and just generally seeing the real Shanghai rather than the real tourist attractions. Been to the Bund during the day, sunset, went up the World Financial Centre, went to a couple of river towns which were really good to see, really enjoyed them. Also went to the French concession area, which was great to see, went to K11. There's been a whole bunch of things, like it's been a jam-packed 3 months, but it's been great to just experience it all. And the nightlife is good as well, on top of everything else. I would, well, compared to London, it's a lot cheaper to travel around Shanghai. The metro is, once you get used to it, it's really easy to use and navigate your way all over the city. Taxis, they're also significantly cheaper to back home, so really finding your way around is simple. As long as you've got a destination in mind, anyone can really help you out. So I would say it's cheaper to move around the city than back home. I think it's definitely a good starting block for a career, or even if you've started it, just to get that international exposure if it's of interest. For me, I really want to work internationally in the future, so I thought this was the ideal situation, just to get a feeler for it, get a taster to see if it is something that I'd want to pursue further. So for students, it's definitely it's going to look great in your CV for any sort of graduate schemes that you're after. So yeah, I think it's an all-rounder, whether you're just starting out in your career, whether you're still studying. Like specifically here in this office, it's a lot more laid back than I thought it was going to be. Just because back home I did a one-day course, Chinese business culture, and I just expected it to be a lot more like deadline driven, which it is. But I thought it would be a lot busier, a lot more stressful, but it's actually, I find, quite a bit more laid back. Yeah, I mean, I work in a team mostly with girls, and they're all really nice. Their English is fantastic. I mean, I've been trying to learn some Mandarin while I'm here, but it's very basic, so anytime I'm needing help, they help me out. They'll give me advice if I'm trying to say a sentence or whatnot. But yeah, they're all very sociable, very nice. And I actually received an email from one of my colleagues back home who knew that I wanted to work abroad, so I received the email from them. I looked into it a bit further, and at first I was like, oh no, I don't think it's for me. Then it just kind of played in my mind, and I looked into it further and decided to try out for it. And it was a good decision. I'm glad I received that email. To be honest, I wouldn't really know where to start about getting an internship in China. I probably wouldn't have done it if I hadn't received that email. I don't have a clue how I would have gone about it, so from that perspective, Gi2C, it was really good to really get all the help and the advice from them. Yeah, I would say, like, use an agency. They're there for support. They help you get kind of landing on your feet. They help you out where you need the help. And you know, if you have any problems, then you can go to them. So I would say from that perspective, if you're looking for an internship, go through an agency, and you've got that bit of security as well behind it. Just constantly ask for like more things to do. Don't ever stop, or else you won't end up doing anything. So as soon as you're finished a task, you might have a bit of a break, but instantly just be like, what can I do next? Just make sure you're trying to be friendly, open, and kind of encourage conversation, because some people are quite shy and introverts. So just try and gently push conversation and just try and be as friendly and open as possible. And I'm sure you'll be really comfortable in your placement.